One time I moved to Calgary, and I had a lot of trouble finding a place because there was a landlord who showed us a place and said we could have it, signed the papers, and then he rented it to someone else. So I'm just shaking because I'm angry and I have anxiety. I'm having panic attacks. Can't even talk right. I'm having panic attacks. But anyways, so I went to that landlord and I said, you signed a paper and I'm going to go get a motel room and I'm going to charge it to you until you get me another place, because that's the way it goes, that's the way it works. And so he got me another place. It was a dive house, and there was someone living in the basement who was crazy man. But I had the same problem there at that apartment as I do here with the yellowness of the floor. Well, one day I decided I'm going to get rid of this yellow. If the guy's not going to do it, I have to do it. So I got down on my hands and knees and I was scraping that yellowness off and washing it and scraping it, and I was doing it for days and days, and cursing the guy out because he couldn't be a good enough landlord to have the place properly cleaned and things before a person moves in and gives them their good money. So it was about 2 weeks later, and I still hadn't got all that yellowness off the floor because I was scraping it with a knife. And I was young. I didn't know that you could go buy something that would take it up no problem. And I don't like those chemicals anyways, so I wouldn't have wanted to use it. Anyways, so a knock comes on the door, and I open it up, and a guy says who he's, some kind of a barrister or a lawyer or whatever, and he came for the landlord. And I always said, "Oh no, what's this? I'm getting kicked out or whatever." But the guy started telling me that the landlord, had got run over by a transport truck, and that he was very rich, and he should have been doing a better job of taking care of his apartments, and that he was the executor of the will, so he was going around and he was fixing up all the houses. It was really a house with some crazy man in the basement. So he got me a new rug, he put a new floor in the dining room and the kitchen, new taps. I mean, I could have had anything in that house I wanted if my ex-husband hadn't screwed everything up and we had to leave Calgary. But I worry about this landlord when I'm down on the floor scraping that yellow off the floor.